all, then I select grade 7, then I press OK, and then only grade 7 information will appear. All right, just wanted to see that going down too fast. See, only grade 7 information will appear. Let me try another one.
Stress your mind, we coming home tonight to you.
Welcome to another video, and today we are going to do grade analysis. All right, so let's go straight into the video. All right, so as a teacher or as a mentor, you know that we have to have some data catchment at the end of our school term, at the end of our academic year. So let's go. So these are some raw data that I have. I actually modified this one. So this one is just what I created. But you know, you have different departments, business, English, geography. So I'm going to do OMIC because I'm a home economic teacher. So I'm going to stick with what I know, right? So these are some data that I actually typed some girl's name, boy's name, some random teachers, subjects. So we actually have some heading. It's a long data. So if you notice, I'm going right down to the page. Maybe I have about 1,000 something amount of data that we have here. So it's a lot. So how can I make it really size down to what I want? All right. So first, I'm going to do myself. So let's go first. So I'm going to highlight the heading just to do a filtering. So when we do a filtering, I'm going to do a video about filtering and stuff so we can know what to do. But for this video, I'm just going to show you a short version of how you can get your grade analysis or data analysis easy. All right. So I'm just going to bold the heading. So I have the heading, I have last name, first name, grade level, the course, class, the teacher, the average for that term, the department, and the grade itself. Okay, so I just highlight the heading, then I go to sort and filter, and then I go to filter. When I go to filter, if you notice, we have some arrow button going down, and that is what we are going to use today. Say for instance, I want only grade 7. So on this data I have, let me go down to the bottom to show you. I have at the top, we have grade 7, straight down to grade 8, grade 9, and the list goes on. All right. So let's go to the top. Say for instance, I only want grade 7. I go to the filter. I select all, deselect all, then I select grade 7, then I press OK, and then only grade 7 information will appear. All right, just wanted to see that going down too fast. See, only grade 7 information will appear. Let me try another one. Say for instance, I only want grade 12, or say for instance, grade 11. So click that out, select, only grade 11 will appear. I go again. Say for instance, I only want Miss Novia. So I click Miss Novia, and only Miss Novia classes will appear. So we use a filter button, and then we'll get what you want. Say for instance, we only so we can actually go back and select all of what you need, all right? And then we'll get all of the data. Good. So how can I get this data in an Excel format so we can make a graph? Let's quickly go. So I'm just going to work with, say, maybe only Novia alone today. All right, so Novia, I'm going to work with Novia. Good. So for Novia, I'm going to work with just grade 7. So I'm just going to select all of grade 7 for the teacher Novia, all right? So if you notice, I'm going to give it a count. So I'm going to show you right at the end, right here, where you can actually see how many cells I'm actually working with. So let's go to this catchment form. Oh, before I go any further, there's a catchment form that I've created, and I'm going to show you in another video how to do a formatting. But in this case, I'm just going to erase all of these because I did a Excel before and it have all those information. So this cell is automatically formatted. So let me take out the figure. Say for instance, I teach FCM, that's Family and Consumer Management, and I teach from grade 7 say for instance 7, say M2 7H. Good. So I'm going to go to my listing now and I'm going to see the amount of students I have in grade 7. So let's go to that data. So let's use my cursor. I'm going to ask you to watch at the bottom right here, right? So let me go. So I'm going to highlight. You see, notice the count is coming down. We are at maybe it's 85. Go straight down to the bottom. So we are at 102. So Novia is 102 students. So let's go back to that catchment data form now. So in total, she have 102 students. How many students is falling over 65? Let's see. Let's go back to that data. So go to that data now, and I'm going to see how many students fall. So I'm going to the average section. I'm going to go to filter, and then I go greater than, and we say 65. So we type in the number 65, we press OK. Then all of the persons or students that is falling over 65 will appear. See, if you notice this section, nobody is falling under 65. So let's do our count again and see how many persons. Let's watch the count. We are at 24. Let's see. Going down. So we have 77 persons. Let's go to the catchment data page. So we have 77 persons falling over 65. Let's go and see how many persons falling over 60. Again. So we go back to the average column, right? And then we say number greater than, we said 60, right? 60. Then we press enter. Good. So let's do a count again. All right, so we have 81 students falling over 60. Good. So if you notice, because I format the cell, it automatically giving me the percentage as I go along. Good. Notice we have 0. So I'm going to check and see how many persons falling over 70. Let's do that. So let's go back to the column right here where we have the average. Number falling over 70. That's what we said. Yes, we did. So let's see. Let's go and do a count again. Let's see. We are going to be there. 72. So let's go back to that Excel. So 72. Good. Let's see how many persons falling over 80. Let's go back to our Excel sheet. Gonna be really quick. All right. So filter greater than 70, greater than 80 this time. All right. Okay. Let's see our count and see how much students that we have. We have 54. Good. All right. So we're going back to the catchment form. 54. Great. So now we have our data. We can do 2 ways. So we can create a graph right now. I'm just going to do 2 samples of the graph and then you are fine. So you can just do all your data. So if I go back to that sheet, you can get your data either by subject. Say for instance, I only want, so I'm going to choose, say for instance, all selection no and press OK. Say for instance, I don't want FCM. I want like food, nutrition and health students only. So I press OK and those for Novia will have only these students. So the data can be very, very short if you use a filter button or option. So let's go to the catchment data now. So we have some data here and we are going to create a graph. I'm going to do 2 graphs. So let's go. So one of the graph I'm going to do is the simple and one is more, not really complex, but kind of more upgrade to the one that I'm going to do first. So I'm just going to type this raw data. Say for instance, number of students. Let's see, number of students. And I'm going to show you why. Number of students. All right. Don't want that. Just going to type it down. So this one is across and this one is actually down. And then, all right, so let's put this one in this. Cut this. All right, so copy, paste it here. Leave this one blank. So we're gonna have here, let me say 77. So we're just gonna type over the percentage. I'm going to show you why I'm going to do that. 81, that's 79.4. Then we have 72, which is 70.6, and the last one we have is 54, which is 52.9. I'm going to change the color. It's just because I have the color formatted already. So let's do that. All right, and this one was for the heading was school target. So school, no, SIP. This one was MOE. This one school. I'm spelling it wrong. School. And the last one was honor roll. So let's label that one. All right. So I am going to insert a cell. I want to have the percentage as well. And this is a percentage. All right. So this column, sorry. Percent. So this column is a number of students that we have, right? And this column will be the percentage. But let's take this first data at the front. Let me insert a cell because I need some space. Good. So let me highlight all of this, and we're going to create a graph quickly. So it's all of this, and then you go to the graph. So I'm going to go to insert. Let me put that up. Insert. Then we have some graph here. So we're going to select. Say for instance, this chart, open, it will automatically give you a chart, right? So you have some option here you can choose. You have some designs that you can actually choose to see what you want. You don't want that one, you can use this one. So you have various options. I choose this one. So let's work with this one. So when you choose it out, it automatically give you everything that you need. So let's open it a little bit wider, so we can get the data. This one is really fine. So let's go to Word. We're going to make it bigger. We can change the color to black. We can change individual color too. All right, so we can change the color here. Can fill it with another color by itself. We can fill everything with the same color if we want. Good. We can take this up. If you don't want it at the bottom, you can actually move it up. See, we can move this up. You can edit this section. Say, for instance, I want to write, take that out. I want to write the entire word. So family and consumer management, grade 7. Sorry. Oops. Grade 7. And the list goes on. So you can actually do it like that. It's fine. So you know, school target, to say 77%. You can do it like that if you want. That's fine. All right. So you have the year group target, you have honor roll. That is the first example. So let's do it this way too. Highlight it. It's the same thing. You go to insert, and then you choose a chart. So for instance, I want to choose maybe this one or this one. Doesn't really matter. You get the chart similar. You can go to your chart adder, go to table. You want to have the key on it as well. That's fine. Then you can label your chart. See, family and consumer management. You can do the same thing and make your chart really pretty. You have different options at the top that you can choose. See at the side here, give you the option. So all that is in blue will be the number of students, and the percentage will be in orange. See? So you can do that. And as I said before, you can make it bigger. So I'm going to copy and paste. Say for instance, I want to put it on a chart. I can use a darker one. See that? I can change the color if I want. See, I change it to blue, and I can change the percentage color as well. See, I can go to all of these here, these option here. So I can do all different colors depending on what you actually like. All right, so I'm just going to copy this first one over to a PowerPoint. Let's see. All right, so you can put it on a PowerPoint slide. And you can make it bigger if you want. That's fine. See, you can make it really big. And then you can write. Right, so I put on the first one onto the PowerPoint. Let's go and put the next one and see if we can work along with it. So let's copy and let's paste. All right, so this is the first one that we did. If you like this, that's fine. This is another option, and when you select it, you have some design in PowerPoint as well that you can actually change to whatever you want. It's right here. You can do your editing. You can actually choose a blank. You can choose a blank form too. Let's go to a blank one, and let's copy this one and put it onto a blank page. I can cut it and put it on a blank page so you have more space. You can bring it way up to the top so your presentation look actually bigger. You have different design. Let's take out this one. So as I said, when you select it, you can go to the design and you can choose your color that you want. Well, I love to choose yellow, right? You can make this bigger. You can make this bigger. So I think you actually get the drift of how to do your data analysis. You can change the color. I love to use black because it's more bold. Right, see, this is basically it. Give you a percentage and voila. So thank you so much. I know this video is very long, but thank you so much for watching. And next time I'm going to give you some more tips on how to use Excel. All right, thank you so much. Subscribe.